How does it feel?
It's like a cozy pair of slapchi. You know what slapchi means.
I like it.
Slapchi. It's you know, it's your well-worn shoes.
Trivki.
Trivki?
Trivki.
Oh, trivki.
Yeah. It's very comfortable.
But we mustn't get too comfortable.
That's right. It's the right amount of uncomfort.
Discomfort.
Discomfort. Uncomfortability. Discomfort.
Uncomfortableness.
Uncomfortableness. Thank you.
But always comfortable in portraying this really beautiful couple, you know, that was in the business of help.
This was the first film for us that we haven't had James at the helm, so it was definitely a new experience for us because part of the joy and the safety net that we had was not only looking at the camera but knowing that the guy behind it, so we're calling the shots, was our dear friend and guru and master horror filmmaker, James. So it was definitely a new experience on this one with Gary, but Gary comes from such a strong writing background that he understands story and structure and character so well, and has such a great personality, truthfully, that you really, we felt very comfortable very easily, which was nice.
You know, for me, what was so appealing about Annabelle Comes Home was an opportunity. Patrick and I always joke about how within the framework of Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2, we're actually lousy parents. We're always on the job, helping everybody else, and not focusing on our child. So this was a wonderful way to learn more about the Warrens by bringing it home. Home sweet home. And you get a chance to really take a look at Judy and get to know her and get to know more about her. Yeah.
Well said. This is not your first interview. Here's the thing about the artifact room. Is
the real artifact room? Are we discussing the real artifact?
No.
Or the actor?
The artifact room made for these films is, of course, based on a real artifact room. So while we've come back for both Conjuring 2 and now Annabelle 3 and then Conjuring 3, they've rebuilt it based on that house. So usually, because we've shot these movies in different places, that is the one place that we do go into and go, oh, this looks familiar. Like everything else has been different each time, different houses and that. So that is the one constant.
So strangely, there's a
You know what? So it's actually it's
a happy place for us.
That's right. So a place that should feel supremely negative, it actually feels very comfortable. Like, oh, here we go. Here's all our little guys. We got them. We're all good.
I remember reading Annabelle and thinking, wow, this guy writes like a director. Even the expository stuff in between the lines is direction. He's writing from a director's perspective. And
it always fascinates me when these guys, and I say these guys, I'll put him and James Wan and Michael Schaub's who's directing the third, you know, that they're just such like good, sweet people, and you're like, man, this dark stuff comes out of you. That always amazes me. And Gary has got, you know, between Annabelle and Annabelle Comes Home, or Annabelle Creation, and then It. I mean, he's certainly.
But it's this consistent thing because that's who Lorraine was too.
Yeah, that's true.
She's such a gentle, joyful person.
Right.
And yet, what she
some very dark
dipped
things.
her hands in every day was dark.
They're so great. You know, that was the one thing is such a different experience for us. Stepping in, really, it's their film. You know, and McKenna shoulders the load. She's a new Judy for us because just time-wise, you know, Sterling, who's in Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2, and Conjuring 3. You know, she's now much older. So to go back in time, because takes place between Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2, cast someone younger, and McKenna shoulders the load beautifully. And Katie and Madison, they're really, really great. The amount of not only depth they bring to these girls, these women, but the humor and the romance that they have in this, I think is really it's special.
They kill it. These girls absolutely kill it in these performances. They're all very, very talented. And McKenna is just, and we spent the most time with McKenna, I believe, on set. And I mean, the one, I just couldn't believe her manners, too. The one thing that touches you immediately about her
is extremely polite.
Which is rare for a kid these days.